Congratulations on your first raid. I'm going to assume you died. Either this is early wipe and there's a whole bunch of people playing and you don't know what you're doing, so you died. Or it's late wipe and there's geared people, so you died. Or you died to a scav. Or from falling off a cliff. I don't know. But you're dead. Congratulations. Welcome to Tarkov. You're going to die a lot. I assume that this is what your character looks like. This is in your character screen. Notice you didn't lose anything out of your pouch. Now let's push forward. What should we be doing? How do we move forward from here? So you can definitely re-equip yourself. A quick tip is to hold Alt and left click, and it will go to the appropriate spot. So I can gear my guy just by holding Alt and left clicking. Boom, there we go. Quick tip, this is a rig. This is body armor. If you do not have your mags in your rig, you won't be able to reload. If you have your mags in your backpack and you hit R in game, these will not reload. Nothing will happen. They have to be in your rig. Now what you may be confused about is that you are trying to put on some really cool armor. Look at this armor. This is AVS. This is really nice. I can't. Why is it incompatible? Why can't I put that on? Because this is an armored rig. So I can actually right click on it and hit open, and I can see that it has a rig. So it's both. If you're wearing a rig when you try to put on an armored rig, it will not let you because it goes in the rig spot. So it looks like you're not wearing body armor. You are. Notice that the rig, just the rig, does not have a HP pool. The armored rig has an HP pool. That's how you know that it's got armor attached to it. You're going to succeed in your raid sooner than later. What are you going to do with the loot that you get? You're going to bring it over to the traders. Now, the traders are very important because you want to level them up. Now, if you watched part 1 of my series, you saw that there was a whole bunch of differences in what you could buy for the game. This little number right here is also what you bought. If you bought Edge of Darkness or the one right below that for $100 or $139, this number is higher than it is if you have the standard edition. And that's good news for you because you're going to see that these people level up. They go from 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this is how I take Prapper from level 1 to level 4, or from level 1 to level 2. Is I have to be level 15, I have to get his rep up to at least 0.2, which I have, and I have to spend 750,000 with him. Now this number is very important because leveling up is very straightforward. Play the game, you level up. This number, I have to sell things to him in order to make that number go up. Sell or buy. So you see I have 32.8k. Well, let's say I want to build a gun, I want to buy a grenade, whatever. If I come in here and buy something from him, that number goes up. If I sell things to him, that number goes up. The reason that that is important is because some traders will buy and sell things at different prices. So let's take Therapist, for example. Therapist, first of all, there's certain things they won't buy. So that's very important to keep in mind. She buys things like food, meds, fuel, whiskey, high-end expensive items, all those things. That's what Therapist sells. Prapper is going to sell gun or buy guns, ammo, a bunch of different things as well. Now, if you notice, there's some overlap. You can see here, let's take the S mark. S mark right here. 960 to Prapper. Well, if I switch over to Therapist, she'll buy it for 1209. So it matters who you sell your things to. And especially early on, you want to try to maximize your rubles because you're going to be probably running out of them because you're going to be dying a lot also because you're new. Fence buys everything, but he is always going to be the worst price. So maybe way later on in the game, you just like click, 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 and sell everything to Fence as fast as possible. He also sells everything. Anything that people have sold to him, you can buy. Also at the worst price. Always the worst price. Skier is a total grab bag. I'm always surprised at what I can and can't sell to Skier. And there's a couple of things that he can also buy for euros. He also will sell you euros at an exchange rate. And that is important because there's some things you have to use euros to buy. Ragman, it's in the name. Rag. He buys and sells all of your armor, helmets, sunglasses, headsets, all that stuff. Mechanic, guns, ammo, weapon parts. Peacekeeper is basically like a grab bag. He's a little bit like Skier and a little bit like Prapper, that he kind of buys and sells everything, but he does everything for you with US dollars. He's his lore is from the UN, so everything that he buys and sells is from the US. This is Jaeger. This is going to be your level 2 quest that I was talking about on Woods. Once you complete that task, you will unlock Jaeger. Jaeger is going to be like, think like shotguns, hunting rifles, and he works with rubles. But you'll unlock him very quickly. He's unlocked at level 2. Quick tip, any of these question marks, you can hover over them really quick and see exactly how to level them up to the next level. You'll also notice that they have varying requirements. For mechanic level 2, you need 750,000 rubles in level 20. For therapist, you only need 400,000 rubles, level 13. Now, Peacekeeper is the one that actually really matters for which one you bought, because Peacekeeper is the one that there is a find 3 flash drives mission. And basically you have to get that done in order to get him a high enough level so that he can roll over to level 2 and he will give you more tasks. If you don't have the Edge of Darkness edition, you have to get that done before you can do more. If you have the Edge of Darkness edition, you don't. You'll have a high enough rep that he'll give you other tasks and you can move forward. Alright, if you feel like you have enough information, you want to jump into your next raid, that's great. Go for it. If you feel like I'm not quite ready yet, I have a couple more questions, let's move on to part 5 and we will get going on that.